Hello, this is Rick with the Cisco Compute Business Unit. In this short video, we'll cover recurring workflow execution scheduling. So we have a workflow for which we want to create a schedule for, and we're going to go ahead and execute that. We are going to provide the required inputs, and instead of clicking execute, we just go with schedule execution. As we've seen in another video, you can just set a time and date in which you'd like to execute this workflow and assign a name for this execution. Or you can select the repeats options to enable recurring schedules. In this case, you'll have 3 control points: when the workflow is going to start, when it will end, and the maximum failure threshold. In the start section, you can set the cadence for the workflow executions. That could be every X minutes from the start time, hourly based, daily based, weekly based, where you can set a specific day of the week, as well as the frequency, for instance, every other week, every 3 weeks, and so on and so forth. Or monthly based, where you can select a specific day of the month, as well as the first weekday or the last day of the month. So by default, this will go on until you manually cancel or modify the schedule. However, you can set an end time, which could be either a specific day or after a given number of occurrences. The maximum failure threshold represents the maximum number of consecutive workflow execution failures which the system can basically tolerate before suspending the schedule. It defaults to 1, meaning that a single workflow execution failures will suspend it. Let's now create a sample schedule. We're going to make it run every 15 minutes, and we want the schedule to end after 5 successful executions. We're going to keep the default for the threshold and set a start time. When we're done, we hit the schedule button. Let's check how the schedule looks like. We can access different information like the schedule status, when is the next occurrence time, and the workflow inputs we've set for this particular set of executions. We can obviously edit those inputs even between different executions of the same schedule. And it is also possible to change the recurring schedule parameters. Now let's fast forward and check how this schedule looks like. We can see the status has been transitioning to completed and also access additional info like the last update, as well as the results of all iterations for this recurring schedule.